Hey, I'm David Banks here with Martin Bionics, and I have Joel Goltry here with me with Ability Dynamics. He is our newest member of the Icon family. He's wearing our new Icon BK socket. So I just want to ask him some questions. I want to know, give me your initial feedback after putting this socket on. How did it feel?
Interesting. My initial thought was, wow, this thing's comfortable. You know, I expected to feel something sort of rigid, non-compliant, if you will, just a traditional socket. But when I first put this thing on and stood up, it was like instant comfort. I didn't feel like my limb was being squeezed or pushed or twisted in any sort of way. I felt well accommodated, well encapsulated, but conformed to. It feels soft, it feels comfortable. It just feels like it's very, very conforming to my limb. It's comfortable. It's like a pair of sneakers.
So do you feel like your muscles are actually firing differently? Are you feeling any different sensations in the socket, or what do you?
Actually, that's a great question, because I'm having this unique sensation that I've never really had before in a traditional socket. I actually feel like as I'm walking, the muscles in my residual limb are trying to perform the way they used to when I still had my sound side foot. So as I'm walking, I can kind of feel, you know, my ankle wanting to lift and drop as I walk. I can feel my calf muscles firing, and it's just unique because in a traditional socket, you know, when you flex your muscles and things like that, you kind of feel like there's nowhere to go. Tissue just...
You're hitting a wall. You're hitting a hard, rigid wall.
Right. Yeah. But in this case, it's like when I'm walking, if I flex my muscles, it feels natural. It feels like there's somewhere for all that tissue to go.
Absolutely.
So it's a very unique feeling, and I'm really enjoying it.
And that's got to be good for blood flow, obviously, circulation. It's got to be great for limb health. So we did your fitting a little bit earlier today. You've been on it now for probably 2 hours, I would say, maybe?
About 2 hours.
Right.
Yep.
So as far as the breathability and being in Arizona, it's 120 degrees here on average in the summertime.
Yep.
Is it cooler? I mean, do you feel any of that and any differences in the socket?
No, absolutely. I'm definitely feeling like, I'll say, yeah, it feels cooler, but it just feels like there's nothing on me at all. You know what I mean? It feels like there's plenty of airflow passing through the socket itself. I don't feel like I am, you know, trapped inside something with a suspension sleeve like I am with my old system, where there's, you know, no airflow, no breathability, and you just sort of sit there and sweat and suffer.
Right.
I feel like I'm staying cooler all around, and it's a good thing, man.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So you've walked around it a bit. Do you feel like any different shear forces in the limb, or?
No, it's just pure comfort. It's
pure comfort.
You know, the design of this thing, as you guys have explained, it's like being seated in a hammock, and you can really tell. I mean, a lot of times if I step wrong or I put a lot of force into my socket, I'll kind of bottom out and hit the distal end a little bit. Whew, don't want that. With this thing, doesn't matter what I do, I'm suspended. There is no way I'm going to make that smash and have, you know, impact on the distal end of my limb. So it's a good thing.
So one of the benefits of this socket is the adjustability, obviously, the fact that you can adjust and you know, for weight fluctuation up or down.
Yep. What I like is that as we get more active here as the day goes on, all I got to do is click, 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 and oh, there it is. Yeah, there's my comfort. I don't have to go and take my leg off and be playing with socks or anything like that. So yeah.
And then in your conventional socket, though, you know, you're also used to wearing a sleeve in this one. As you guys could see in the Icon BK, there's no sleeve needed. Suspension's being achieved by the shark skin suspension inside the socket, plus the fact that the socket actually wraps around your limb. You could tighten it down. So how's that feel? You know, just not having a sleeve on anymore. And it's just.
I love it. It's just one less thing to wear, you know what I mean? And especially when it comes to like range of motion and things like that. I wear a thin sleeve and I beat them up so they get more flexible over time, but it still doesn't compare to this.
Less control.
I mean, we're at like 120 degrees or more right there, and it's no big deal. With a sleeve, you get bunching and things, and you got to kind of force yourself and really load weight to get your knee to flex beyond 90 or 100 degrees. With this, it's I can just max out on my range of motion like it's nothing.
So cool.
Yeah.
How's it feel to touch your actual limb in a socket? How's that feel?
This is strange, man. There's been times in my traditional socket where I get an itch and I'm like slapping the socket like it's going to help.
It's so crazy.
You know, it's just like, oh,
isn't that cool?
my tibia itches, no problem. I got that. Oh, something in back, I got it. I can touch my limb inside the socket. I never had even thought that I would be able to do something like that.
Do something like that and still get control and you know, your ML stability in the socket still.
Absolutely. I still have my ML stability. I don't feel like I've lost anything in coming into this socket. I feel like it's just as linked, just as comfortable, and offering the same amount of stability that I've grown accustomed to with my previous setup.
So have we found your new favorite socket?
I think we're onto something, brother. For sure.
All right. Awesome, Joel. I appreciate you being with us today. It's going to be a busy day. We're going to have some fun on it and put it to the test.
Right on.
And good talking with you.
Let's do it.
Thanks a lot.
Right on.
All right.